Hi, I'm Greg. How would you like to rent something like this for your North American travels? My name is Greg. I've been building these for a number of years, and I'm really excited to have partnered with RVezy to make my RVHaulers available for rent. If you're interested in learning a little bit more, join me in this video. I think this is probably the safest way that you can pull a large fifth wheel RV. And I think it's also probably one of the most striking manners in which to travel. If you're thinking about heading to Alaska, exploring Canada or the United States on an extended travel trip, that's what these things are made for. The reason that I would say they're probably the safest way of towing a large fifth wheel is, take a look at it, it's over-engineered. That truck was made to pull 80,000 pounds. And now it's pulling, less than 20 or a little bit over 20,000 pounds. It really has control of that trailer. As well, the safety systems built into these trucks are very impressive. I kind of hate to say it, but you've probably heard those stories of accidents on the highway, and how many times does the driver, if he or she of a semi, walk away? So if you're thinking about going on a really long trip, they're super comfortable, very safe. Frankly, they're pretty striking. When you get to that campground, boy, you sure do get attention. I'll talk about that smart car in just a second, but something else I want to mention is these things are super easy to drive. What a lot of people don't realize is this is an automatic. It's actually titled as a motorhome. That Volvo in the front is a motorhome, all unto itself. It's got a fridge, it's got a microwave, it's got 2 beds, it's got a table and benches in the back that you can sit and relax at. It's really made for 2 people to travel, a passenger seat and a driver's seat, but it's super easy to drive. It's no different than a pickup truck. You put it in drive, there's no clutch on the floor, there's no change in gears. It's a 12-speed auto shift transmission. So instead of a pickup truck that tends to have 4, 5, 6 gears, this thing has 12. Of course, when you're talking about performance, this thing has huge amounts of torque and horsepower. You really are able to go, up and down those mountains under control. But as well, it's a beautiful ride inside. It's super quiet. I've made a lot of videos over the years building or documenting me building these Volvo motorhomes for folks all over North America. And there have been folks that have said, I really can't afford to buy one of those, but boy, I'd sure like to travel. Well, now here's your opportunity. And through RVezy, of course, with their $2 million of liability insurance, as well as the collision and comprehensive insurance, the option of putting on the roadside assistance, all those things have really made it, frankly, a no-brainer for my wife and I to make these things available for people to rent. Now, I'm located just outside of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Calgary is about 15 minutes that way. We live on an acreage out in the country. And I think I have really a good setup for people to be able to, first of all, get here. So if you're going to be driving here, of course, I've got room in my yard to be able to park your rig. If you're driving here in something else, you can leave it. You can get in, get acclimatized to both the Volvo and the fifth wheel, if that's what you're choosing to rent. I've got a little campground right here in my yard. So I've got 30 amp water, power, sewer. What I'm including with every rental is the chance to stay right here in my campground. So when you arrive, let's say you're flying in, you're only 20 minutes from the airport, the Calgary International Airport. I'll come pick you up, bring you to our yard. Oh, sorry, barking dog. Bring you to our yard, and the trailer will be hooked up. You can, everything will be running. You'll be able to hop in a vehicle, go into the city, get your groceries, get the trailer all packed the way that you want. Of course, this trailer is ready to go. So everything you need to start an extended travel trip is already in both of these rigs. So the trailer is completely outfitted with, you know, chairs, barbecue, you know, the mat you put outside the door. I'll provide a more detailed list, but all you have to add is some food. The linens, the towels, the chairs, like I said, I've pretty well left it in the condition in which my wife and I use it. And as well, when we look at this Volvo, it's set up as well. Now, I mentioned it's a motorhome unto itself. This rig in that sleeper has a couple beds, has a microwave, a fridge, even a porta potty. Doesn't have a bathroom. I mean, let's face it, there's only so much room back there. But I have a lot of customers in the past that would take the whole rig, they'd have their own, travel, set up home base somewhere, and then take this just for day trips. You can go overnight in it. You know, all campgrounds tend to have showers and bathrooms as well. But we've got a little car back there, the little smart car that comes off on ramps. So when you set up home base, you've got a great way of running around. You want to go see the really local, close sites, you can get there, you don't have to take the truck. What else can I tell you? Oh, I know. I talked about how easy it is to drive this rig. It's, you know, I said it's a motorhome, it's an automatic. Here in Alberta, for instance, you don't actually need a special commercial license at all to operate these things. Because it's a motorhome, whatever you would require in your home location to operate a motorhome is what's required to operate this. So even give you an example, here in Alberta, all you need is a standard driver's license. Yeah, so whatever you would require to run a minivan, a car, a pickup truck is what's required here in Alberta to operate this vehicle. Now, it does have air brakes. So you don't need a commercial license or anything like that. You're not stopping at scales or logbooks or any of that stuff that commercial drivers have to do. You're just operating this privately, personally, for your own enjoyment. But here in Alberta, you have to have an air brake endorsement. It's a one-day course that you have to take. Sometimes it's 2 days, depending upon who you take it with. And what they'll do is they'll teach you about how the brakes work. It's still the same brakes. You push a pedal on the floor and they stop the truck. But here in Alberta, you have to have that. Now, another thing that I've always been very particular about over the years is when I built these rigs for other folks, for customers that purchase them, is the training, the orientation. You know, with that smart car on the back, there's a little bit of learning, some knowledge I would want to impart on you. So to encourage people to spend a little bit of time with us, we're including one night's free camping right here in our yard. So when you arrive, get everything set up, you have a chance to live in the fifth wheel, find out how everything works. But a big part of what I want to do with you folks is train everybody on how everything works. So there's a little bit of a lesson on how to get the smart car off and on. It's pretty quick. I myself get a smart car off in about 7 or 10 minutes. Something with a little bit of practice, a couple iterations. You'll get up to that as well. I just want to show you how everything works in the truck, you know, what all the switches do. We need to go for a drive. I want to make sure you're really comfortable with how everything works, not only in the fifth wheel for hookup, you know, takedown, slides, how all those systems work, but I also want to make sure you're really comfortable with this rig before you leave. Now myself, I'm just actually getting ready to, the reason I'm all hooked up is heading to Montana here in, well, about an hour. And let me take you inside to show you a quick view of what it looks like on the interior. The interior of one of these RVHaulers is, as I said, like a mini motorhome. In the back is a table with 2 bench seats. That table folds down and makes into another bed. So that bed is a little bit bigger than a single mattress. And up top, there's a bed as well. Behind the driver's seat is a pretty good sized refrigerator. And all of our RVHaulers have a microwave. And you can see there's lots of storage, so tons of cupboards, places to put all your food and dishes, if you are going to use this as a motorhome itself. In here, this cabinet behind the passenger seat is a closed cabinet. So there's a a closed rod across there. Sometimes a TV might go there. Down below this cabinetry is where the porta potty goes. So you can see this is really a 2-passenger vehicle. So the seats, well, they're about $1,500 each, but it's like riding in the lap of an angel. They're air ride, there's all kinds of lumbars and supports. This is made to be driven, 10, 12 hours a day, every day by a professional driver. But if you look at the dash, you'll see it's not really different than what you're used to seeing in a pickup truck. It's a steering wheel, brake pedal, gas pedal, or throttle I should say. Nice stereo. Every one of my RVHaulers will make sure you've got a GPS as well, so you're ready to travel safely and take the right routes. And how you put it in gear is that little gear lever there. You just put it back into drive, and it's a windshield, steering wheel, and away you go. Because of the time I'm going to be investing with you folks, I want to be honest and open here. This is not something that I'm willing to rent for just a day or a weekend. This is a longer term commitment that I'm looking for. So if you're looking to rent for a few weeks or certainly a few months, that's available. If you want to travel Canada, Alaska, all over the United States, you're really welcome to grab one of my privately owned RVHaulers. That's what we call them, these big Volvos. I got a couple to choose from, and well, I think it's a pretty cool way of traveling. It's something that a lot of people have been watching. Perhaps you've seen me on YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel called Gregg RVHaulers. You can explore over 400 videos of me actually building these, but the real game changer here is I'm pretty excited to be able to rent these to folks now. So thank you for watching my video. If you have more questions, please check out, please. If you like what you saw, you know what you can also do? Give me a thumbs up here on YouTube, or subscribe to my channel for future videos so you get a heads up. So if you hit that subscribe button and also the bell icon, it'll let you know if I've posted any new videos about what's going on. Perhaps we get some people renting here, we'll be able to introduce them to you and hear about their travels. So I'm looking forward to this new venture that I'm undertaking. As well, on that YouTube channel, there's 400 or more videos of past builds and meeting past owners and seeing where they've traveled, how they've traveled, what they think of their RVHaulers, even some people that have stayed right here in my campground and visited us. So you're welcome to explore those as well. Thank you for your patience with me today, and maybe we'll make some more videos in the future.